Thanks very much for joining us, Maageketla. After the alleged murder of an Alexandra resident, allegedly at the hands of an SANDF member, what's the atmosphere like out there?
Yeah, a very good day to you, Nombu. And I have to mention that we just spoke to the lawyers for the Collins Khoza's family, who told us that the preliminary report or medical report that they have just received mentions or states that Mr. Khoza died of the blunt force injuries to the head, and that's what is on record by the Khoza family, and that's the news that's coming out from Alexandra today. But again, speaking to some of the residents regarding that issue, that incident that happened, they are saying that it's quite difficult now to really coexist alongside the SANDF members, but different views, others saying that they really need them to be in the streets because they do understand the danger of this coronavirus, and they are saying that as long as they do not actually abuse or harass anyone in the community, that's okay with them, that's fine with them. But again, we have been with the soldiers since the early hours of the morning, alongside police. Of course, they have been driving around the streets of Alexandra, where we still saw some of the people still loitering around the streets. But what we saw from the soldiers especially is that they were going easy on them. They were actually using loudspeakers to say that please go back in your homes because we know that we are still under lockdown. So could you please go back and observe this lockdown, of course, for the sake of your health, for the sake of your family's health and those around you. Again, you get a sense that others are actually still maintaining the issue of the service delivery in Alexandra, saying that we are actually congested in Alexandra. We have built on pavements. As soon as you open the door of your one-room shack, you are obviously in the streets. Therefore, you are actually you are actually going to be in violation of some sort of these lockdown rules. And these are the issues that have been raised throughout this COVID-19 lockdown. But we are just trying to see if we can get the chaplain general. We tried to actually get him earlier on, but you can see this is a debriefing here. It's not quite easy to get them to speak to us at this stage. But of course, trying to get a sense of what they make of that particular murder incident in Alexandra. I mean, they are saying that they will definitely respect the investigation. We know that investigations are still underway with regards to that particular murder, and as you can see, they are now being dispersing because of this briefing that they just got now. And what we overheard there is that they need to make sure that they respect the residents everywhere where they actually patrol. And we will just try to see if we can get Chaplain to join us. I can see they are dragging him to come to us. But Nombu, I have to mention again that earlier on we saw some of the residents lining up next to Alexandra police station, saying that they were promised to get food parcels. And of course, just a few people got those few parcels. But we saw elderly people coming through as well from Alexandra, saying that we are hungry, we cannot go out, and we are trying to respect these lockdown regulations. But many of them went back empty-handed, and it was a huge disappointment from them. But from the SANDF side, Chaplain, thanks so much for joining us. First things first, how has the patrol gone so far?
I can assure you the patrols are very effective. And these patrols are about to help our people. And what I've observed here today, first of all, it is the way how the people behave when they see the security forces. People are respecting the security forces, but it is also expected of the security forces to do so. And as we were moving with the Provost Marshal General, we have seen how the people appreciate our presence here. And we have spoken to the people. But furthermore, with these patrols, we are also educating our people. There are pamphlets that we are giving them. We stop them, we talk to them, we ask them why do they don't have the masks. And that is a very serious observation from our side, that the people don't have the masks. And we, the SANDF, honestly speaking, and the security forces here, we are not responsible to give them the mask. But we appeal to the community leaders that they must make sure that the people are having all these protective things. The people here, as they were going up and down, they go because they will go to buy the food, which is an essential service. So we have no problem with that. And the people, when we talk to them, they must stay in their yards, they must stay in their houses. They listen. We understand. So I think the people, they have come to realize that this is a real war. And the security forces here are here to exercise the utmost discipline in making sure that we educate them, we embrace them, we are even patient with them. We understand. And this is what we have observed with the Provost Marshal General. We want to thank the people of Alexandra. Honestly speaking, they are respecting the security forces, and we want to encourage them to continue to do so, not to see security forces as brutalizers or what, as it is being always said. It is not like that. It is not like that. Our soldiers here are doing a good job. Our police are doing a good job. Our metro police are doing a good job, and our traffics. And we have observed that. Yeah. Thank you very much.
And of course, Chaplain, I mean, perhaps overshadowing that respect to some of the members here. I mean, speaking to some of the residents in Alexandra, they are saying that they are fearful for their lives after what we saw happen just a couple of days ago. Khoza family lost their member. Just tell us how far are in the internal investigations on your side?
We are not going to be dragged into that one at the moment. These things must be verified, they must be investigated by professional investigators, and after that, they must be released to the community. But so far, we are really not in a position to comment about that. But if somebody has done anything wrong, he is subject or she is subject to discipline, whether it's a soldier, whether it's a police, whether it's a metro, whether it's a traffic. We understand. And also we appeal to our people. As we were talking to them, they are beginning to say, we are no more afraid of you now. We can see you have come with peace. We are peaceful people. We are very peaceful people. So I can say on that question, at the moment, let's leave it to the professional investigators with due respect.
What is the way forward now? I can see some of your members are dispersing. What is the plan going forward?
No, we are not dispersing. We are now taking a break. They are going to continue with the normal work, and we were just encouraging them to maintain this high standard of discipline, to work together with the people, to educate the people about this war that we are busy fighting. So they will continue with the work, and we will continue to observe other places where our soldiers and our security forces are deployed.
And I think that's where my question would come in, Chaplain, to say that it looks like the notion out there is that it looks like it's only Alexandra that's been monitored this way, where we see a lot of soldiers patrolling in the streets. Can you just tell us which are some other areas that we can actually see some of your members?
Okay, this one I will give it to the Provost Marshal, who understands exactly where we are.
All right.
Over to you, sir.
Just tell us your name and what is the plan? What other areas are being monitored?
Thank you very much. My name is Rear Admiral Mapoto, the Provost Marshal General of the SANDF. We are deployed in all areas of our country, not only in Alexandra. We've got soldiers that are deployed in all townships. We are deployed even in rural areas. We are deployed even in suburbs. In Gauteng, we are everywhere. But now maybe because we are here, you know that we've got soldiers in Sebokeng, in Pretoria, in Soshanguve, Atteridgeville, Mamelodi, and everywhere. So our soldiers are not actually static. They are mobile. Right now, when they live here, they'll be going into areas that we haven't touched with them. And we'll be moving to the others that are busy with static road patrols. And even themselves, when they move, they get into areas where there is challenges that they might be facing. So we are everywhere in the country. We are not only deployed in Alexandra. But I think we have noticed that Alexandra is one of the areas that would be problematic because of a large number of people that you find here and the congestions that sometimes you find and the education that we must provide to those that are not well vested with or they do not have the media that coverage that they can get to all the news that everyone else is getting. So we want to get to the lowest of our citizens, even those that do not have the means to get to the news that everyone else might get. So that is why we are now going on the streets, speaking to our people so that they understand the nature of the epidemic or the challenges that we are facing with this COVID-19.
All right. Thanks so much for your time. I highly appreciate it. And of course, that's the word from the SANDF. They will continue to monitor the streets here in Alexandra, and of course saying that it's not only Alexandra that's been monitored, even other areas across the country are being monitored this way. But again, the issue of congestion in Alexandra, which forces people to be in the streets during this lockdown period. But from the SANDF side, saying that they do understand the socio-economic conditions facing the people of Alexandra, and they will do their best to actually cooperate with the laws and perhaps avoid all these allegations that have been coming through of people being kicked and their rights being violated amid this lockdown period.
Maageketla, thank you very much for that report.